In this video, we're going to talk about your Heart Rune gems. Now, these are basically your ultimate abilities that are coming with the Brimstone Sands patch. So we're going to take a look at them and we're going to talk about how you actually get them. So let's jump into the PTR and I will show you right now. So on the PTR, you come to a stone cutting table because that's where they're going to be. Once you've clicked in the stone cutting table as normal, you can scroll down and you'll find them very quickly. So these minor ones, you actually only need to be stone cutting number 1, but the materials for them are very interesting. Now, one thing to note here is that these are the minor versions of them and there are only 5. Now, you might have seen videos where you see more of them, and that's because you can actually craft further on from these into like a more specific tailored version that you might want. But first, let's have a look at these 5, and I'm going to click this one and you can see that you actually get these from the materia which you get by running the dungeons. Now, 8,000 may or may not be a lot, it depends on your point of view, but it's literally that for all of them. That one's the Ennead, this one's Genesis, the next one's Tempest, and then finally we have Lazarus. So one thing to do right now in the live version of the game is to maybe run these dungeons and to not spend your materia because you're going to want them for these. Now, you can see that these are only the minor versions of them, right? But obviously they have different abilities. This one, for example, is you charge yourself with an explosive energy for 3 seconds and then you detonate, dealing 100% earth rune damage within a 5-meter radius, right? I'm not going to read all of them to you, but just keep in mind that they have different abilities and you get them from the different expeditions, which is interesting. And if I'm honest, my instinct is that I don't really like that as a way of getting them, but I guess they're all sort of like tailored to that expedition in a way. The cannon blast, for example, comes from Barnacles, which sort of makes sense. It feels a bit like piratey themed. Grasping Vines is Genesis because it's angry earth. You know what I mean? They actually all sort of make sense. It's just that I don't necessarily think running them would be the best way to get them. But whatever it is, that's the way that it is in the PTR. I have to presume that this is the way it's going to be when they go live. Now, here on screen are the materials that you will need to craft the next version of it. So the one that we craft in the stone cutting table level 1 is the minor version, but then you can obviously then craft the major and then finally the step up above that, right? And the things that you need, obviously you need the original one. So you're going to sort of convert your original one into a higher tiered version. You're going to need some runestone, you're going to need umbral shards and some corrupted lodestone. Now, it doesn't actually say that you need your stone cutting skill here to be anything other than level 1. So presumably you don't have to rush out there and level stone cutting. You'll just be able to make these yourself anyway. So what it appears to be with the full version is that you sort of get like a perk as well with it. So in this, for example, in this case, we get Leeching Fall. You heal for 100% of the damage done as well. Now, there's different variants of this Heart Rune, if that makes sense. So one of them might not be Leeching Fall, you might get something else. That makes sense. You're going to get different perks. So just checking the system, it looks like you'll only be able to craft one epic version of it, so it's not like it divulges at that point. But once you have your epic version and you want to craft the legendary, it looks like at that point you can split up into 3 different things. Okay, so you're going to be tailored. So that would make it 5 times 3. So I'm presuming there are 15 abilities here, which is basically 5 abilities with 3 variations, if that makes sense. For example, to craft this legendary version here, of course you need to have the major version as well. You also need to have wooden coins, which it sounds like you're going to get them from the elite chest or something like that. You need some ruby gypsum. It's interesting that you actually need gypsum. Apparently there are actually going to be like gypsum nodes in the world, which is quite interesting. You need 5,000 feathers for this one, which is crazy, but maybe the price of feathers are going to go up. I'm probably going to go on live and buy some just in case. We'll probably do a whole different video on the market at some point. And you need some garnet gypsum. That one comes from Arena, which means I'm going to actually have to do Arena as well. But okay, fair enough. But hopefully now you see the loop. You're going to get them by initially doing the expeditions, and then from that point on, you're then going to craft it into a further version of that. The maximum of these that you would need would be 15, it sounds like. So you'd want each of them 3 times if you were going for like a complete completionist kind of point of view. But that is what is going on here with these Heart Rune gems, how you get them, how you're going to upgrade them, and so on. Now, I'm not going to probably make a video about this, but along with this patch, when it comes to like gems and runes and stuff like that, the actual gems that you can get can now be upgraded. So for example, you can, instead of having your pristine opal and stuff like that, you're then going to be able to have like a specialized version of that, which is going to have like extra abilities or effectively slightly different stats. There's quite a lot of these. I'm not really going to talk about them too much, but it's basically just like better gems, if you will, and you'll be able to just buy buy and sell these as normal. So there's a bit of an important distinction here, right? So the standard sort of like new gems that you're going to get, these rune glass gems, these are able to be bought and sold. However, the heart rune gems, they are bind on pickup, and the further versions of them are also bind on pickup. So you're going to have to do the work yourself here. So if you're sat on a shed ton of gold, you can't just buy your way to success, basically. Now, if I find out any more information about these or something changes, we'll let you know. If you're wondering like what the hell they are still, they are basically going to be put into a slot, which by default is the G slot, which is funny and I quite enjoy that. You'll then like charge it up and it's an ultimate ability basically. We're just calling them ultimate abilities, but they're heart rune gems technically. Really interesting addition. You can't really get these on the test server unless maybe you manage to level up to level 60, which ain't no sensible person is doing. So they're not something we can test until we get Brimstone Sands, but that's how you're going to get them in the first place. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have a most beautiful, beautiful day. Like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Goodbye.